Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Carte. It is currently on the all black streaming service every Thursday. I still didn't get what time it comes on, but going over there and stream it, and let's get into it. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. This is a new channel, formerly of LTV Productions. This is LTV Productions 1. So, if you would be so kind, please subscribe to my channel. I am rebuilding, restructuring, and moving forward. But thank you for coming over. Please like this video, leave your comments, and share it. All right, let's get into episode 3 of season 2, entitled Just Desserts. All right, so Shira is in the bed. She has a vibrator, and she's fantasizing so she can get her needs met. You see her first fantasizing about Brandon, her boss, and then all of a sudden Derek gets in there and she's like, ew. So I did not know that this was going to happen, but it looks like Shira and Derek are going to become a couple or something, or become a situation. What y'all think? Y'all think that's going to happen for the ones that did watch? So Yvette ends up interrupting the flow that's happening and says that breakfast is ready. Shira ends up going downstairs. She's embarrassed that anyone knows anything about her sexual pleasure. Jamal and Yvette, they're really messing with Shira, and she's just clutching her pearls every time they want to talk and so annoyed. And Yvette's like, wait a minute. Now, you just invited me to some event that was a sex toy party or whatever it was. I forgot what it was. Nicole's event, opening of her new event. And how you just going to be approved during the day and then a lady of the night at night? So Shira finally just lets down her guard. Jamal's trying to say stuff, and Jamal does give Shira a bit of advice. He says, don't let these ninjas tell you what they like. And he kind of switches mode after meeting Yvette, and kind of Yvette just really controls the show. So then Jamal leaves up out of there. Well, first, Yvette and Jamal started having this smooching thing, looking like they were about ready to have sex right there. But then Shira breaks that up. Jamal leaves, and then Yvette and Shira, they talk a little bit. And basically, Yvette saying, you need to get a piece of D, you know. They get on the subject of Jamal messing with other women. And Yvette's like, you don't mind him messing with other women? And basically, she said, no, these are the times that we're living in. And I think I'm a lot like Shira in some ways, because it's like I'm used to the whole traditional mode, and this generation is just quite fierce. It kind of reminds me of the 60s when the youth were pretty rebellious. That's when the hippies started coming in. Of course, that happened towards the mid 60s to the late 60s to into the 70s, where they just rebelled against that original order. Of course, husband and wife. The wife stays at home, and it was just kind of like modern. And now I think we're in another rebellious stage of at least a rebellious era, and we're just neglecting all the rules that have been taught to us over time. So Misha and Corey, they're at the studio. And Corey's going on about his comedy bit and all that good stuff. And Misha just says, cut the BS. When are you going to quit playing? And basically saying, I know you want me. I said, Lord. Go ahead, Misha. I mean, go on and stake your claim. To me, I think Corey's a little bit immature for Misha. I don't see them as a couple. Do you? I can see them as some type of situationship or some type of F buddy. That's all I see them for, but whatever. So Corey basically jumps on the train like, yeah, let's go on and do this. Da, 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 da. All right, so we're moving on to Rain and Zeke. They're both at Derek's gym. Zeke is kind of like, I don't really want to be here because he don't really like Derek. And he's bothered that Rain still wants to get off by Derek's straight porn. It just seems weird when you're just stepping around with friends, and I would have a problem with that, or at least like So I'm standing next to the guy that's getting my guy off. I think I get where Zeke is coming from because it's pretty strange. You're within my man's friend group, even though he's straight. You know, I can see the weirdness in that. Um, um, Basically, he was just saying, you need to try to keep yourself together with all this other stuff that's going on. That's just Zeke's personal preference. What I will say is that Brain has not had any objections or said no. Basically, what I'm saying. So, I have other things to say probably in the next episode because Rain is kind of wilding, and Zeke has made himself known, and there hasn't been any pushback by Rain. So it looks kind of like Rain. But anyways, all right. So the next scene is Shira and Yvette. Of course, Yvette is like, you need to go out and get you some D. And Shira says, I don't want just, she wants more than just a physical connection. And Yvette's like, chill out. It's okay. I'm granting you permission to be a hoe. Hopefully I can say this word on YouTube. But anyway, she's like, just trust me. So it looks like Shira is letting down her guards and letting Yvette bring her into her hoe phase. So we're back in the gym, and Brain and Zeke are standing around each other, but Derek spots them, and Zeke does not want him to come around. But anyways, he comes over. They kind of shoot the ish for a few seconds. Zeke ends up going off so he can go exercise. And Jamal comes over, Yvette's man. And of course, Brain is all into himself. He's really flirting with Jamal. It was kind of an awkward moment for Jamal, but they move on from that instance. And Derek was like, don't be doing that, da, 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 especially with your NIGGG right there, GGA. And Rain's like, he's not my Nick. That's my man. I don't know what the difference is. Can somebody tell me in the comments what's the difference between my ninja and my man? Because I thought that they were the same. I don't know. Anyway, so Brandon is there. Derek is there. Rain and Zeke, they're all around each other at this point. And what I will say, shout out to how the writers have been able to actually get kind of a male group within this session, because it had been just the friend group, Rain, Misha, Shira, and of course, our girl last season, what's her name, was there. That was the friend group. But now there is a male, I won't say friendship, but at least they come around each other. But anyways, where Rain tells Derek and Brandon concerning what's going on with the plaza, there's someone else that's interested in purchasing the plaza, and they want to go in a different direction, meaning you will not have your bar there. And but at this point, Rain and also Zeke, they plead for Brandon to hire Rain on retainer to help solve the problem. It looks like Rain could help them. So after Zeke walks away, then Rain tells Derek and Brandon, I'm going to the auditions. I want to rub, lick it, flip it, all that good stuff. I'm just making up words, but he wants to participate. Rain is, I don't know if he wants to be in a relationship. I really don't. I don't know. Because it's like, it looks like he still wants his freedom, or he hasn't really let go of the lifestyle that he has lived, and he's bringing that over into his relationship. And Zeke's like, we're not doing that. That's not what I want out of my man. So I don't know what Rain is going to do for the future, but it's going to end up messing up this good relationship that's going on between him and Zeke. Let's see. So the auditions start, and well, not started yet, but the men have lined up, and Derek is jealous for seeing all these men because he feels like they're going to be the replacement, and Shira does toy around with that. Yvette comes to the auditions, and also Rain is there. Some guy all of a sudden bursts through and wants to speak to Shira. He doesn't know what's going on, but they think that he's there to be a part of the audition process, so he kind of just jumps in line, not understanding what's up. So he goes up on stage. We find out his name is Frank Watts. Usually people call him Watts. So they just ask, you need to take off your shirt and make us a drink. So he basically just takes them a drink, and all of a sudden, he is the new bartender. It's kind of doing that Wild Coyote type of situation. Of course, nobody's dancing on the stage. How many remember Wild Coyote? That had Tyra Banks and some other actresses in it, but basically give the crowd a show in order to bring in customers and bring in more money. But the shirtless feature is to attract some more people to come. While they were there, I forgot this, before the auditions actually started, Zeke was talking a little bit, or not Zeke, Rain was talking a little bit about what's going on in his life, because his phone starts beeping again or buzzing. And the girls already assumed that he was still in that escorting business, but he said he stopped, and he said this was a message from his mother-in-law. And what she is doing is giving him money underneath the table to try to help out, because right now his father has cut him off completely. And Rain says it's not really enough, and he's still not feeling his mother-in-law, or stepmother. I mean, not mother-in-law. But I'm like, Rain, this woman is defying her new husband for you, to try to help you out, in order to try to win you over. Which I don't think that she should have to go this far. But of course, you're not going to stop it, because you want this, want the money in your life, but you still want to hate her and got really slick stuff to say. So to me, you're becoming a user. Sorry. All right. So later on that night after the auditions, Rain is back at home. They're talking, have a little small talk, and Zeke ends up telling Rain that he loves him. And of course, Zeke was like, "Don't make this weird. Don't make this weird. Don't make this weird," because Rain doesn't have anything really to say back to him. And he says, "Well, I'm not trying to make this weird, but I had a problem as a child expressing my feelings." And Zeke said, "I don't think that you really have a problem with that. That's really surprising to me." So he said, "Well, I expressed my feelings at the wrong time." He said, "That's what's up." So Zeke goes into his backstory a little bit, and he tells us that when he came out, he had to be emancipated from his parents. I think it was like at 16 or so, and he had to work for everything he got, because Zeke was, Rain was talking more concerning about what the lifestyle he's used to, and not being cut off from his father is really rough or whatever. But Zeke says, that taught him is that he goes after what he wants. What he wants is what he's going to get. And also to let go of what he does not want to have anymore. And he does not look back. I kind of think that this is foreshadowing a little bit. And he just says he moved forward. Because it makes it look like Rain, probably in the future, is going to F up enough that Zeke is probably just going to move forward without him, because of how he's trying to act. So I don't know what you're going to do, Zeke, to really F things up, but it's going to get kind of complicated for you two. And I don't think you take it serious enough. So in the next scene, Shira and Brandon, they're talking about different, they're going to venture out and having other theme nights after the whole shirtless bartenders thing has worked out, possibly having something for a homecoming for the HBCUs, blah, 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 blah. There's not really that much out in that area that they're in, but they're going to try to find ways to incorporate that into the business. All right, so Misha and Corey, they're talking a little bit more. They're talking about, we missed the whole homecoming parties that they did have back in North Carolina, I think it was. And while they're talking, Nicole comes in and basically says, I haven't really heard of you. Misha introduces them, and Nicole says, it looks like to Corey that you're trying to F with my girl. And at that point, Misha just invites Corey to come into the mix of both of them. And it looks like they asked the question to Corey, do you want to F us? And he said, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Of course he did. So Rain is talking with Brandon. It looks like he has found a way to stop what's happening, or at least counter offer a certain amount to the owner of the whole plaza to get the potential new buyer out of the race so they can keep the building that they're at. And then the fee that Rain has was $100,000. And Brandon says, you're fired. And he says, wait. Okay, so this is what we'll do. We'll just have you, I'll just charge you my regular retainer fee and also allow me to have a monthly tab. And Brandon ends up agreeing to that at least. So, let's see. So Misha and Shira, they are walking up to Zeke and Rain's new place. Well, Rain's new place, or he's moving in with Zeke. Anyways, she said she was glad that we actually came a little bit early. She needed to get away from Nicole for a while. And then she was trying to talk Shira into being a lesbian. Shira was like, well, dang, y'all having all these issues, even being with lesbians? Da, 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 da. It's like, no, you might as well come over to the lesbian club or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, she said, well, the reason I just wanted to get away from Nicole is just she felt a little uncomfortable of Nicole meeting Corey. Like, Nicole's my old thing, which is really weird that she would say it in that way. And now having to introduce Nicole to my new thing. So it's like Misha's in this whole situation. I forgot all the pronouns of their relationship. Nicole does her thing, but Misha is not really comfortable with it. Misha's doing her thing, but doesn't want Nicole really involved in it like that. But anyways, they go up to the door. Brain talks and all that, brings them in, ushers them in, and they talk and they gab because they haven't really had time to be together and hang. You know, especially since our girl left at the beginning of this season or whatever. But they said, you know, we got to make sure that we stay involved and stick together. Now it's party time. Nicole shows up and she gives Zeke and Rain a sex toy gift. Whoever the writer is, I feel like y'all are just kind of cosplaying Candy's life. Like, of course, Candy would probably bring a sex toy to the friends of a housewarming gift. It's a housewarming / birthday party that they're having. Zeke's birthday and home warming for Rain coming to live with Zeke. So after they walk off, because Zeke says, let me go separate these gifts from the other gifts. Misha asked Nicole, you know, how much was this gift? Was it was a specific gift? Was it that? And she said, no, that's $500. I don't like them like that. Misha clutches her pearls. I'm like, Misha, that's your friends. Why do you care if your girl is that so involved with your friends like that? That's yours. And it looks like Misha is an older woman. So what do y'all have in common besides sex? I don't know why she was surprised by that, but whatever. But she says, you know, a lot of these friendships are just friendships of convenience. It'll be a surprise if you guys actually are friends within 5 years. They are, Misha's group and all of them, they are pretty young. They're basically fresh out of college, if you went to college, and trying to figure things out. Probably, I would say, early 30s. Nicole has lived a little while. So I don't think that that's too far from the truth and reality of things that may even happen within this group. Who knows? We'll have to see in the future seasons, if there are future seasons. So the crowd congregates into the kitchen. Yvette is smashing some food that Zeke made. It's a Cajun meal called etouffee. I'm gonna have to look that up because whatever it was, Yvette was getting down. So Yvette gives Zeke his props, and he says, you know, I like to cook, not so much as a business thing, but it's just something that relaxes him. And Yvette says, you know, I would like for you to cater a tailgate party for my boyfriend, Jamal, my boyfriend. When Zeke asks who is the boyfriend, incoming, here comes Derek. And everybody's like, I guess nobody really enjoys Derek. I mean, Derek is really the F boy and not really should be a part, not really should. And should not, what's the words I want to say? He doesn't fit into the group. So at that point, Shira takes Zeke out and on the patio or whatever and say, let me talk to you about something. And then Derek's like, well, what's going on here? And then the group was like, you need to be nice to her. What, you like her or something? And Derek's like, no. You know, she's been going through a lot. And He said, "Oh yeah, that's right. She is going through a lot right now. I guess she finally did reveal to you guys that she had an abortion." And everybody's like, "Oh." And Derek is none the wiser of what's going on. Like, it's so crazy. Um, da, da, da. So while they're out on the patio, Zeke and everybody comes out, or Rain and them come outside. Um, Rain's phone is going off, but he's asking Zeke, "Can you handle this?" Because he thinks it's just people that still wanting directions to his home. And Zeke is like, "Why are you giving me your phone? Is this to distract me to give me my birthday cake?" And Rain doesn't really answer him or give him a direct answer. So basically, that's what's going on. Everybody's outside, and Zeke has the phone and it's buzzing. At the same time, Rain is lighting the candles for the birthday boy for the cake. He's coming outside, and Zeke is looking at the phone, and it's the guy that um, Rain has been talking to sent him a video of him masturbating. So Rain is singing happy birthday to him as this is presenting itself to Zeke. So he got two gifts: a supposedly or a potential cheating man and a cake. Surprise and happy birthday. But that's the end of the episode. Quite some twisted turns. I didn't know it was going to go this way. But I'm still enjoying the series. And I'm liking how the season is shaping up. But tell me your thoughts. Please like this video. Subscribe if you enjoy this content. Much more to come. And again, tell your friends. Until the next video, peace.